Josh Allen is an alien.
Look, he poses a huge issue. I mean, he's tough.
He can beat you from the pocket. He can beat you with his mind. He can beat you with his arm. He can beat you with his legs.
And then he's got the physical ability to take off and run.
That's why he's a legitimate MVP candidate. He's one of the best players in this league.
Talking about the first player ever with 3 passing touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns. He's done it today.
Quarterback's legs. Quarterback's legs. Oh, the play of the year in the NFL.
What a performance by Josh Allen. That's the best half of football I've ever seen him play.
What he has done on this team, in this organization, in this community, I've got a hard time believing that someone's done more.
Pitched it back to Allen and get in!
Are you kidding me?
Spectacular touchdown!
Well. How about that man, Josh Allen, though?
I mean, if you really want to talk about it.
Go ahead. Start us off. First of all, introduce us, AG. Do your thing. Introduce us while I set everything up in the background. Do your thing, AG.
You already know it's your boy AG, GJ, Who Knows Best podcast. It's the Super Bowl episode. You know the vibes. This is technically the pre-Super Bowl episode because
it's gotta be.
You know the after the Super Bowl. You know that we definitely gonna be here after the Super Bowl for a fact.
Oh, we got to be.
And of course, I told ya we will be bringing guests all the time. We want to welcome back part-time bro.
Part-time.
Comedian.
Part-time. She's only gonna be here for a part-time. What's up?
Yeah, AMarie.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Welcome back, AMarie.
Oh boy, I have to root for the Eagles. I have to root for the Eagles.
Here we go. Is it really that traumatizing for you, AMarie?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is so traumatizing that I have to not only pregame with Eagle fans for the next, because it's weird. Only Eagle fans are inviting me on their podcast the next 2 days. No Chiefs fans. No Chiefs fans want to hear me, but Eagles fans, no. But no, I'm happy for y'all. I can't be too much of a hater, but I am rooting for the goddamn Eagles.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
Yes.
It's kind of messed up when you really think about it.
It really is.
Right.
But go birds, or however you guys
go birds. Hey, let me say something real quick before we start. Hey, listen, guys, let's get a conversation going in the chat this time. Feel free to chat. We will shout you out. Welcome to Who Knows Best of Pod special pre-Super Bowl edition. We got a lot to cover today. We had the NFL honors yesterday. We have the Super Bowl coming on Sunday. We're going to talk a little about the NFL draft. We got part-time bro here for part-time, so let's try to get through as much as we can while we have her. But as AG said, it's always a blessing when we have you here on the show with us. So thank you for coming again, AMarie. We appreciate you.
Oh, no. This is anytime you guys want me on, I happy to be here. So thank you.
Absolutely. I love it. All right. So, let's get things started.
I'll never know this feeling. I'm so happy for you guys.
What feeling is that?
I would be so hammered right now if my team was about to play in the Super Bowl. I know I'm a professional in media, but man, I would just be drinking.
Yeah, man. I'm sure AG's gonna be drinking. I'm a sober, but I'm sure AG's gonna drink enough for the both of us.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm being humble this time around. I'm chilling this time around.
There is no such thing as your an Eagles fan is humble.
I'm gonna wait till the final score to do all my drinking and all my partying. I'm gonna wait till the final score this year. Okay. I'm not even going to nobody's house. I'm locked in. I'm gonna be in my house, locked in.
Oh, I could never watch it in public.
I don't wanna see nobody. I don't want to hear nobody.
I don't want to see nobody.
I just want to hear the announcers. And I want to watch the game. That's it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You're Mikey. I see ya, boy. Welcome back, Mikey, to the show. We appreciate you. Hey, like I said before, please let's get a conversation started in the chat. If you have any questions, y'all want to say something, y'all have comments about what we're saying, y'all think AG is wrong, with most of the time he is, just say it. We gonna blow his spot up. Let's do it, baby. Let's get started with first things first. We had the NFL honors yesterday. All the honors. I'm gonna give a shout out to Kevin O'Connell. All right, I'm gonna give a shout out to Kevin O'Connell. Skull. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I just want to be by myself. That's
last
like,
time.
Like that's why I just want to be by myself.
Yeah, you see, Aaron learned. And that's hard for Aaron to learn something these days. He still can't learn to be on time.
First off, back to the conversation, because you acting real light skin right now.
Oh.
I just want to call that I said week 1 who was gonna win MVP. I literally said it.
He did.
Are we just gonna cruise over Kevin O'Connell?
No. We're gonna get to Kevin O'Connell.
No, we're gonna get to all the honors.
Hey, hold on. Luna's here. Yo, Luna, what's up? Hold on, AG. He said you're not trying to talk with the elephant in the room.
Y'all. Can we acknowledge we got something?
Yo, Dennis Schroeder being prostituted around is crazy, bro. What was it? 4 teams in 4 days in 1 day or something? 4 hours?
The NBA is trying to steal the Super Bowl shine right now.
Yeah.
They can't.
They almost did.
They can't steal their shine, but man, they are. The NFL is #1 worldwide, football rules all. But man, the NBA is really trying for us to not talk about the Eagles and Chiefs.
Yeah, they did something. And respectfully, Luna, as much as I want to talk about your favorite player, Dennis Schroeder, we ain't gonna do that today. It's about football, baby. Let's move on. So look, the NBA pimps needs to be stopped. Yo, Luna, shout out, dog. Yo, so check this out. Josh Allen wins the MVP award. Just like AG alluded to, AG said in the beginning of the season, he said, Josh Allen. Like I said, Josh Allen had a hell of a year. People like to say that Lamar Jackson should have won the MVP and that he got snubbed by Josh Allen because of the statistical differences. Yeah. With that being said, AMarie, what is your take on Josh Allen winning his first NFL MVP?
One, congratulations, Josh Allen. I'm a big Josh Allen fan. I got love for the Bills, but you know, a lot of people said Lamar Jackson was snubbed, and if you're going to go by stats, then Joe Burrow could have been in the conversation too. He had an unreal year as well. And I know AG is going to say something about Saquon Barkley, which I think collectively we all thought, you know, Saquon Barkley, what an unreal year. But Josh Allen, I think it's someone who contributes to your team. Like you are that. Like, I'm not taking away from Saquon or Lamar, but without Josh Allen, what would the Bills be? Okay, you remove him. Right. He makes that team. You know what I mean? And not to take away from any of the other people, but I don't think it's just stats. Because, like I said, Joe Burrow, you can go down the lineup with stats. But Josh Allen makes the Bills. He is an MVP quarterback this year. Had a great season. Fell short against the Chiefs. I don't know if you guys got into that last week, but you know. We're past that.
I mean, we're going to talk a little bit about that. Yeah.
I'm so happy for Josh Allen. I think it's well deserved, and I think they should all just respect each other. Lamar, you'll have your chance again.
Yeah, he's already won one. Go ahead, AG. What you think? I mean, we already know what you think about Lamar, but go ahead. Go ahead, AG.
Yeah, you know, I don't have no sympathy for Lamar Harden, but I called in the beginning of the year. I said if Josh Allen makes it to the playoffs with the team he had, that he was going to win MVP. I said it because when you look at his supporting cast, he really doesn't have a supporting cast this year. So I literally said if Josh Allen can make it to the playoffs, he's going to win MVP. And then when the last time we all was here together and it was Bills versus Ravens, I said, I know they don't look at the playoffs, but this is kind of for MVP right now. Whoever
100%
is going to win MVP.
Yeah. So, and let's just for informational purposes, let's go ahead and let's just look at the head-to-head stats between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen.
And I was gonna say this wasn't even Josh Allen's like best statistical year.
Yeah.
But once again, it was literally just because if you take Josh Allen off that team, the Bills might have only won, I would say 4 games tops.
He makes everybody around him better too. So he is it. He is it for the Bills.
and let me say this
tops without him.
And let me say this because I pulled out the wrong stats, but it's okay. But let me say this. This is what I want to say to start off for what I think about Josh Allen winning the MVP. Just like AMarie said, congrats to Josh Allen. He absolutely deserves the MVP. Just like AG said, if Josh Allen was not on one of you guys said, if Josh Allen wasn't on the Bills, where would the Bills be? Would they have even made it to the AFC Championship game against the Chiefs? We talked about this the last time. And it's like, me and AG were having a conversation earlier today. Who had the better supporting cast? I mean, you got Derrick Henry, you got Isaiah Likely, you got a decent defense over there. You have Zay Flowers. You have all these weapons over there in Baltimore. But Josh Allen has who? James Cook in the backfield, and then maybe that kid Dalton Kincaid, right? And then that's really it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's it.
But that's what I'm saying is Josh improved his roster. You can go Shakir, Matt Collins. You can go down the line, and they're not top receivers or top tight ends. And James Cook, man, he's really been growing and evolving as a running back. But Josh Allen also creates opportunities, and you can go on the flip end. That's what Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry do. But Derrick Henry's a star running back. So there's a million different takes with the MVP. It's never going to be a running back. It's always going to be a quarterback. It's a regular season award, which I don't know. I don't know what I would want more, to go to the Super Bowl or to win MVP. I'd want to go to the Super Bowl, obviously. I think Josh rather be in the Super Bowl right now.
Yeah, I believe so too.
And I don't think he would have won MVP if he was going to the Super Bowl.
You don't think he would have won MVP? That's interesting. Why do you say that?
Because I feel like it's a regular season award. I don't feel like a lot of the time they give it to people who go to the Super Bowl.
That's an interesting take. What do you got to say, Aaron? I see the look on your face. AG, I see the look on your face.
I mean, I feel like either. So you're saying if he would have beat Lamar, and then also beat Mahomes, you think that they would have felt pity for Lamar and gave it to Lamar?
Yeah, or not just pity, they would have gave it to someone else. I know it's a weird take. I just been thinking about this. I'm like, I wonder if he went to the Super Bowl, if that was like the game changer. Because I feel like it was really close.
Well, I mean,
it was really close. It was. According to
that's why I hate
27 to 24.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, what was the outweigh? The winning in the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean,
I think, and then Aaron thinks so. I mean, AG thinks so. My bad, Aaron. AG.
Yeah, I feel like, to be honest, I feel like there's no way to say they don't look at the players. I really feel like the Lamar versus Josh Allen game was like the deciding factor.
Do you think it's going to be, and it's probably going to be between these 4 AFC quarterbacks for like the next couple years between Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and maybe your boy Jalen Hurts. Maybe.
Right. Maybe.
I mean, I honestly feel like Saquon got snubbed.
Well, they're not going to give it to a running back. They're not.
I understand, and I understand we don't look at the playoffs, but like when you just overall look at what he did this year on top of what he's doing in the playoffs, it's just so hard to not give Saquon MVP. Like,
and we're gonna get to that. But let's move on to the next question now. We know Josh Allen. Now, AG said it a few episodes ago that he believes if Josh Allen beats Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, that he's going to win the MVP. Josh Allen beat Lamar Jackson. He ends up winning MVP when it's all said and done. But let's look at the fact that Josh Allen can't get it done in the playoffs. More specifically, he can't get it done against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Now, how does this affect Josh Allen's legacy moving forward? Even though he got the MVP, how does it affect it? Go ahead, AMarie.
Well, he again, this is now he's got to really do it. Like I'm not comparing quarterback play, but it reminds me of Aaron Rodgers, right? Like MVP, regular star quarterback, has won Super Bowl. But the Bills in general have to win a Super Bowl in the next couple of years, and their window's going to close. Like, I just think you have a time limit, just like I think San Fran just ended their time with their window, and you lose your roster. Your division changes all the time with strength. And I don't know, guys. I do think it will affect his legacy if he cannot beat him in the next couple years.
What do you think, AG?
Yeah, I mean, like,
it's tough.
Would Peyton be Peyton if he never beat Brady?
That's
like,
what I'm
great
example. Great example.
If he never got over that hump, would we be talking about Peyton?
And it was every year, him and Brady.
Every year. I mean, but it took a while. It took a while. It took a while for Peyton.
Because they ended up playing, like, I think the schedule, the NFL ended up making it so that even though when they changed divisions, because if you remember, the Colts used to be in the East. Yeah. But when they changed divisions and they moved the Colts to the South, they created the South Division. They ended up still putting Peyton and Tom Brady against each other in the regular season. They ended up playing one time in the regular season and one time in the playoffs. So they ended up playing twice a year every year. And, it just like AG said, Peyton had to get over that hump in order to be, I believe, in my opinion, a Hall of Famer. Absolutely. The Hall of Famer that he is today. The stats, yeah, but maybe the stats would have made him a Hall of Famer, but he had to solidify himself as a champion. We look at Dan Marino, and he wasn't a champion. He's a Hall of Famer, but he still wasn't a champion. And, that kind of messed up his legacy to a certain extent. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
The ring, I feel like the most common factor is, did you win a ring? How many rings do you have? That usually solidifies the GOAT conversation, or if you belong in the Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, I agree with you. And I wanted to, we got the beautiful, we got the beautiful AMarie here today. And, we would be dead wrong. We can't just go straight from Josh Allen to the offensive player of the year. We gotta go ladies first here. We gotta go ladies first here.
Hey,
all right.
Kevin McConnell. A lot of people were upset about this, and it's probably because my following is a lot of the NFC North, and a lot of people thought Dan Campbell or other coaches got robbed. Well, here's my take, and because I know I'm a fan, but as a media professional, Kevin O'Connell was predicted to be, I don't know, maybe a 5-win team this year, a 6-win team at that, had Sam Darnold, and really had an unexpected year for when J.J. McCarthy went down. It was supposed to be a rebuild year.
He did.
And he's a winning coach. He's had winning seasons and been in the playoffs twice and lost, of course. But, I think he's a great coach. And I think it's well-deserved. I know people are mad, but look where what do you think the Vikings were going to be at the beginning of the season?
In my opinion, I think it's misplaced anger.
I think this was one of the only awards. There was a couple that I didn't argue with, but this is one of the ones where I feel like it was okay. Like,
I don't think people are making a big deal. I'm like, he took a rebuild year and had a successful season with Sam Darnold.
Yeah, he basically did the Brock Purdy effect with Sam Darnold, because, like I said, I don't think Sam Darnold is gonna be Sam Darnold next year. And we saw he clutched up, the pearls clutched when the lights got bright. But
the first
Kevin
time
O'Connell did his thing. O'Connell did his thing.
Yes, congratulations, coach, and I appreciate you not cruising over that. I like Kevin O'Connell. It's been refreshing in Minnesota. Not having a grumpy old man, defensive coach, young, offensive-minded, good for the locker room, just good old quarterback whisperer. So I think the future is bright in Minnesota, and I'm excited. I'm staying positive. I like KOC. Congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely. And and if I could say something, and it pretty much piggybacks on what you two are saying as well. The Minnesota Vikings, and I'm sorry to say this to you and say this in front of you, AMarie. But the Minnesota Vikings are very well known for having a really good regular season and then just blowing it in the playoffs, just like they did this year.
Yes, I've been a fan for 35 years. I know this.
But with that being said,
you hear that time, Joe? You hear that?
AG, don't start, AG.
I'm just saying.
AG, we're not doing that right now. We didn't even get to Eagles yet. We didn't even get there yet.
I'm just saying. She said she's been a fan for 35 years. I respect longevity. Continue.
Oh, do you? Because you don't respect LeBron's longevity. We're not going to go there.
We're not going to go there today. We don't got time today.
We're talking football.
I have to let that out real quick. But the reason why I said that about the Vikings is because you have to respect what Kevin O'Connell did, because, like you guys said, man, he's working with Sam Darnold. Yes, you still have JJ. Nobody expected the Vikings to do really anything with Sam Darnold under center. Yeah, you have JJ as a weapon. Yeah, you have all these pieces, and you have all these pieces and weapons on the offense, and their defense performed.
In 2 years, we were the 31st ranked defense 2 years ago. The Minnesota Vikings, just to remind everybody. And we were.
What did they have, the best one this year or the third?
Top five, but. 2 years ago, Vikings were 13-4 with the 31st worst defense in the league. Like, people forget about that. So it's only uphill from here. I'm not saying they're winning a Super Bowl, but it's been a refreshing change, and I think he's a great coach. And I love that Bill Belichick was given one of the award presenters last night.
Yeah, me too. Side note, did anybody see Bill Belichick's girlfriend?
Yeah, like, good for him, dude. I was like, damn, dude, good for you.
Yo, listen, respectfully, and I say this with the utmost respect for Bill Belichick. I respect him as a coach. But what are you doing? Bro, you have to know that people are going to make fun of you. Like, you have to know in your head.
Snoop Dogg, who would have thought? Who would have thought? Snoop Dogg roasting you about? Also, good for him, though. He has a smoking hot 24-year-old girlfriend, so good for Bill Belichick.
What does he have in never mind.
He got a lot of rings. We don't have to go there.
He got rings. He wore them, too. He wore them last night, too.
She wore one, too.
Did she?
Yesterday made me realize why he took that college job.
I like that.
Good for Bill Belichick, okay?
Bill Belichick still getting it at his age. Good for him.
He went on campus slinging.
He's motivational.
But let's go. AMarie, this question's directed at you. Let's go. What does the future look like for the Vikings?
You know, I've been on your show a couple times and we've briefly discussed this, and everyone's told me, especially because we focus so much on the quarterback position in the NFL, obviously, you know, and Sam Darnold, I think it's only going to be good from here. And I'm not a delusional fan. I wasn't expecting to have this kind of season. I just enjoyed the ride. The craziest part to me is have so much unknown with JJ McCarthy, and you have Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones. So we're keeping the coaches. It looks like we're keeping Brian Flores, Crossies. So our defense will stay good. I don't know. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm trying not to be a delusional fan, and I'm trying to be positive. But I think we're going to still be competitive in the NFC North. I'm just curious. I'm sure you all are. If my quarterback's going to be Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, or JJ McCarthy. You don't know. And that's who would have thought in 2025 you would be thinking who's going to be the Vikings quarterback between three of those guys. So
yeah. And then, you know, obviously JJ McCarthy was their draft pick last year. We got two other young guys. They're all young. And though the other two quarterbacks just came from terrible franchises. Sam Darnold ended up having a good year with the Vikings in his first year, and Daniel Jones obviously left the Giants mid-year after he, you know.
KOC likes him too, so I mean, I believe in I am just trusting in KOC. Hopefully, we can draft well and work on the offensive line, but I think we'll be another solid top team in the NFC next year.
Yeah, go ahead, G.
If Kevin O'Connell can make Sam Darnold good, I think he can make
anyone
make Daniel Jones better.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Justin
Jefferson.
I feel like
Daniel Jones has more tools than Sam Darnold. So if he did that with Sam Darnold, I think he could revive Daniel Jones' career.
Could you just all imagine Daniel Jones be the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings if JJ McCarthy ain't ready? Like, that's insane. That's going to be maybe on my bingo card, and I don't know what to think. But I do believe in the coaching staff. I like the front office, the team, the locker room. Everything is good. Like, we have good problems.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's like a good problem to have. You got two franchise quarterbacks that have experience. Now Sam Darnold has playoff experience, even though he freaking crumbled. Daniel Jones has won playoff games. And JJ McCarthy, who knows
playoff game.
Game, I meant game.
I will say that
Against
word
the Vikings.
franchise very misplaced.
Well, I'm
Y'all
being positive, AG.
I'm just saying, y'all have two QBs, not two franchises.
Okay, well, we have two quarterbacks that have experience in the NFL.
There we go.
Hey, there you go.
Hey,
because AG.
Good problems for the Minnesota Vikings, and especially because the Lions coaching staff is crumbling apart, and we'll see what happens.
Mediocre problems. But moving on.
Enough about the Vikings. The Eagles and Chiefs are in the Super Bowl.
Right, it's crazy. So moving on, let's talk about what's on everybody's mind. Let's talk about the offensive player of the year with a record-breaking season. Woo! Our boy, Giant, moved on from a trash team to one of the best teams in the NFL, if not the best team. We'll find out tomorrow.
It is the best team. Well, they're the best team on paper.
Best team on paper, the Philadelphia Eagles. Saquon Barkley ends up winning the NFL Offensive Player of the Year. You know, this is AG's guy. AG, go tell him. What's up?
God, if you're a Giants fan.
My coworker is a Giants fan, and I forgot what game it was, but he just looked at me. He said, "I miss Saquon."
You mean every game?
I know you do. Like you paid Daniel Jones just to cut him mid-season. You could have saved that money and kept Saquon.
Right.
Also,
now let's take a minute right quick to look at the play of the year. Let's take a second.
Dude, I love those here throwback Kelly Greens. I love those too.
Love it, man. Love it. But yeah, go ahead, AG.
Yeah, but I think Saquon was the best player on the field all year this year.
Oh, he was huge for you guys.
I just think he was the best player on the field this year. I don't think anyone took over games the way Saquon did this year. And the offensive player of the year, very, very well deserved, but I think he could have easily had MVP. I feel like he had better numbers than the year Adrian Peterson won MVP.
He actually didn't, but I looked that up for you.
He didn't, but he also played less. Like he didn't even play in 2 games, and the last game he didn't play in a couple halves of games because they were winning by so much. And then the last game he didn't even play or something like that. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I also think after the injury that AP, I know that Saquon's been injured on and off, but tearing your MCL and ACL, then coming back and doing that, I think that was more of the edge that they gave to AP, because both exceptional seasons. I would like to say, though, with Saquon Barkley, why I respect him the most is I feel like the Eagles, I know a lot of people just don't like Nick Sirianni and the drama with A.J. Brown and the passing game and Jalen Hurts not playing consistently, which I think that's all bullshit. Think about how dominant the Eagles are and how just Saquon carried the team. But, like, I don't want them to disrespect the Eagles either, because I don't think the Eagles actually, I can't believe I have to say this, get enough respect. Even when Devontae, you look at your receiving core, and you're still just dominating people with all the drama in your passing game. That's why I think you're going off tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh, I guess it's tomorrow.
Saturday.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying though, like, and it's not, and I just think people are not respecting the Eagles as a whole in general, but also like on top of that, they have Saquon and they're the best roster in football. Like, it's insane. Like, it's insane to me. I don't know. I'm just so happy for Saquon.
Yeah. And if I can jump in, obviously, and we're going to talk about this. We're going to jump into this next thought in a couple of minutes. Just like AG said, man, I believe Saquon Barkley was the best team in the NFL all year. The best player on the field. He was the most valuable player on the Eagles without a shadow of a doubt. I think he was the most valuable player in the NFL. That being said, it begs the question. Does the NFL have to reconstruct the MVP standards? Like, do they have to like reconstruct it and start outside of the quarterback shell, which they've been accustomed to for years now?
Yeah, because like college, whoever's the best player, that's who they give it to the Heisman. Even though Ashton Gentry definitely got robbed this year, but got robbed blind. But
it's also what franchise you play for, what team, like, you know what I mean? There's like so many factors that go into it, and the quarterback is just highest praised, right? And then most to blame. So that we got to get away. I agree with you. Reconstruct it. Make it more open to receivers, running backs, all the positions.
Right. No, I agree. Hey, everybody that's in the audience right now, please like the YouTube page if you're watching. Please like the Facebook page if you're watching on there. We can use that. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. That really helps. But yeah, just like AG said, in college, when you're going for the Heisman, it's the best player, whether defensive or offensive. Like, we have to put the best player on the field, when it comes to the offensive, when it comes to the MVP. Even if it's a defensive player, I think we need to think outside of this quarterback. Did Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and all the other candidates have a great year? Yes, they did. But I believe, in my humble opinion, that just like I think we all agree on this show right now, that Saquon Barkley was the best player in the NFL.
100%.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah, it's okay.
But yeah, so like, you know what I'm saying? So moving on, because I know my girl part-time got to go in a few minutes. We got to move this up quick. So let's just do something real quick. Let's just move on to Jaden Daniels, Rookie of the Year. Let's talk about how
I love Jaden.
Impressed we were. Mid-season, me and AG, we had a fun little bet going on about who was going to have the better first half of the season. I ended up winning that bet, by the way. Excuse me.
By one game.
Yeah, one game is one game.
I said double down, but you didn't want to double down.
I wouldn't do it because I'm not stupid, because I knew the Eagles would eventually beat them in the standings. But Jaden Daniels, the year this guy had, I mean, multiple game-winning drives late in the fourth quarter, if not ending the game with a touchdown when there's no time on the clock. This rookie looked poised in the pocket all year. He went into a Washington Commanders team and led them to a playoff game. Obviously, they ran into the Eagles, so that happened, and then they got smoked. But that being said, he did beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I would like to say, too, I want to add, when you use the word poise, they call him the smooth operator. And I would just like to add that he did not look like a rookie in the playoffs. And the Eagles, yes, did dominate the Redskins, but he wasn't the one turning over the ball. Like, he kept his shit together, and I was just so impressed with his play, regular season and postseason. 100% deserve this award. I know a lot of people are going between stats with like Bo Nix. I'm not taking away. See, I don't want to take away from other rookies. Jaden Daniels, the way he remained poised, well said. He is just so good. He is going to be a problem in that division, AG.
AG, go ahead. What you got? You got a rebuttal for her?
Like I said, I'll never root for somebody that's in my division. I just can't. They're in my division, right?
I understand that.
But am I a little nervous?
You should be.
The boy's a baller. He's a baller. But
so calm.
The sophomore slump is real. So I want to see what happens next year, because a lot of QBs have hit the sophomore slump. So I want to see what happens next year if he could be one of the ones that doesn't have a sophomore slump. But I think we look at the sophomore slump and we think like why are the rookie QBs now aren't as good the second year, and it's just the simple fact that coaches have more time to look at their game tape now on what they did. And they can kind of like prepare and game plan against them a little bit more next year. But Jaden, and there's so many rumors flying around, like Tyreek Hill might go to the Commanders.
Oh,
Myles Garrett might go to the Commanders. Like if
Myles would be dirty.
If Jaden gets a marquee name like Tyreek Hill, Jaden probably might win a Super Bowl within the next 3 years.
Yeah,
he might.
Well, and Scary Terry, someone in the comments, Mendez is saying J-Dan and Terry took him in the fantasy finals. Man, Scary Terry finally has. Have you seen the list of quarterbacks he's gone through with the Washington Redskins or Commanders now? But yeah, no, I think we can all. I think no one disagree that Jaden Daniels. I have not heard one person that doesn't disagree.
No, Jaden. No,
which
Jaden
obviously
Daniels
isn't good for probably podcasting and media. But I think we can collectively agree, and he's so likable.
And he's likable. I was just about to say, you took the words right out of my mouth. He's a likable young man. One thing I will say about Jaden Daniels before, because I gotta let you go. I know you're on a time crunch.
Yeah.
One thing I do have to say about Jaden Daniels is that he's a very likable young man. The one thing I will say, and Aaron talked about this earlier in the year, and I never wish injury upon anybody, but he needs to learn how to protect himself. If he's going to get out of that pocket, if he's going to start running, he needs to learn how to protect himself. He needs to learn how to slide. He needs to learn how to fall. He needs to learn how to take a tackle. I don't want to see this young man's career end early because, like you said, he's a very likable young man. He has a bright future ahead as long as he stays healthy.
Yes. And before I go, can I give my Super Bowl prediction?
That's what I was about to ask you.
Okay, so I really appreciate it, and hopefully I can spend more time with you guys in the future. I love coming on. And as soon as Super Bowl's over, it's full hoops for me. So if you guys ever need to talk hoops, I'm here. Okay, so here's my thing. There's 3 different takes for me. There's the fan in me that despises the mother effing Philadelphia Eagles. Okay. There's the professional media member that I've studied the game.
Let me take my glasses off so I can see your face when you're saying it.
Study the stats, and I have to give my professional take. And then there's the sports gambler in me. So I'm gonna kind of combine all 3. Okay.
I love it.
I hate the Eagles with a goddamn passion, but man, do I always give respect where respect is due. They are the best team in football. Okay, they're getting a lack of respect because everyone is focusing on the goddamn dynasty of the Chiefs, Andy Reid, and the goddamn refs. The Eagles are the better team. They are the better team, okay? The Eagles should win this game tomorrow. I have gone back and forth. I'm like, oh, is the NFL scripted? Oh, do they want Taylor Swift in the dynasty of the Chiefs? Oh, is it really the refs? And you know what? I'm hoping, because I lived for football since I was a little girl, I am hoping that that's not the case. Because if the Eagles don't win tomorrow, I'm going. You guys are. 2 days. Also, Super Bowl's on Monday for me in Japan at 8:30 a.m. By the way,
ouch.
I know. Oh, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a little party for you guys.
Ouch.
Monday morning in Tokyo, in my living room. I think the Eagles are gonna kill the Chiefs.
You said kill?
Yes.
What is your score? What would you say the score would be?
28-10. And let me tell you why. I don't know why. I dreamt it last. Now listen, 2 days ago, I was totally reversed. And then I sat and I meditated last night. I was like, put your hate aside of the Eagles. Let go of 2017. Think about actual football. I think the Eagles are sick of being disrespected, all the focus going on the Chiefs, all the pressure going on the Chiefs, and the Eagles are going to dominate. I'm telling you. No one thinks this. And yes, respect to the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. I'm telling you, I got a feeling that you're going to wipe
I got a feeling. We both hit that bitch.
And listen. I'm like, okay. And then I looked at all the odds. Okay. Everyone
have the odds on the screen.
Vegas, though, I looked at the percentages. Vegas is hammering Philly +1. They are hammering Kansas City money line, and they're hammering the over. So what does Mama want to do? Go the opposite.
Under, baby.
Under. I'm taking the under, baby. And
that's what I'm doing.
The Eagles, and between the running game, keeping the Patrick Mahomes off the field, you guys are gonna dominate.
I love it.
Okay, that's it. That is the whole thing. And I'm looking forward to Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance. I heard he might get sued if he plays Not Like Us.
He will.
But he'll play it. And I'm going to be like, Mustard! Because
I'm going to be like, A minor.
Because my parlays are hitting. And it's Saquon's birthday. So I'm taking
Saquon and Cooper DeJean's birthday.
Okay, respect. But I'm saying I'm taking the overs for Saquon Barkley. But let me tell you something. I know the NFL, it's hard not to think they want the Chiefs to win, right? They want the dynasty. They want the stupid Taylor Swift proposal, whatever the hell they want to do. I'm telling you, I think the Eagles have that dog in them, and they're going to show that they should be respected more. That's and revenge, baby. Come on, the revenge Super Bowl. That's where my head's at. I got carried away with the damn refs, which Patrick Mahomes will get some calls.
He will.
But
it's a given.
I think you guys are going to do it, and I can't wait, and I hope I'm right, and we'll celebrate next week.
I love it. Hey,
I know. Listen.
That was so hard for me. That was so hard.
All right, AMarie's about to have a heart attack right now, guys.
I had to practice in front of my husband this morning. I was like, you understand what I have to go do this morning? Do you understand? Do you understand what I have to go do this morning? I will be wearing green. No, I'll be wearing my Viking stuff. But
yeah, you better. Yeah, wear your purple.
I'll wear my Chris Carter jersey because he was on the Eagles.
There you go. But listen, I know AMarie's got to get out of here.
Thank you,
it's
guys.
It's all love. Thank you, AMarie, for showing up.
Wait, did you like? Wait. Did you like my take though for what's going to happen?
Come on, we love it.
I'm thinking realistically. I'm being serious.
You
got that dog.
I think so. I think we're gonna do our predictions later on in the show, but
okay, I can't wait.
I love it.
Save this take. All right, thanks, guys.
I'm gonna save.
We're gonna save that take.
AJ Brown touchdown too. I swear to God.
AJ Brown touchdown. He got one last time.
I know, but man, just
I think y'all sleeping on Smitty for this game.
Oh, I love Smitty.
I love his 40 yards.
I love my Smitty, but I'm just saying, AJ Brown's gonna bust out that book on the Super Bowl sideline.
I love it. Hey, AMarie, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We're gonna have you back after the Super Bowl is over. All right.
All right. Good luck.
Thanks, AMarie. All right, so moving back to what we had going on, AAG. So what we did, we were just talking a little Jaden Daniels. You know, we're going through the awards. But what does the future hold, in your humble opinion, for the Washington Commanders? I know you don't really like to root for teams in your division. You don't really like to really say that they're going to do well because you're an Eagles fan and you're a little biased, and that's okay. But if you're being realistic and you're using your logic, what would you say the future holds for Daniels and the Commanders?
Well, like I said, I'm not too worried because I just know that the Eagles basically have the same core on all defense for the next 3 years. So I'm not too worried, but I am worried at the fact that I think Washington has a lot of buzz right now. I think they will be aggressive in the offseason. I think people want to play with Jaden. And that's the big thing. I think marquee wide receivers are gonna want to play with Jaden, and that's gonna make my life hard. That's gonna make my life hard. Like there's already a rumor saying Tyreek Hill to the Commanders. Like if that happens, if we have to defend Tyreek,
that would be interesting. 2 times a year, yeah,
twice a year, possibly 3. Like what the fuck?
Right. It would be hard. Yeah, I get it.
I know who's really scared though. It's Giants fans because they're gonna be at that bottom of the division for a while. They're gonna be at the bottom of that division for a while.
Yeah, man.
Like,
and they already just like I said,
have to play Saquon and Jaden for the next 3 years. And Jaden is gonna be way more than 3. But I'm just saying, like that. The Giants are going to be bad for a long time.
I mean, they're already a terrible franchise, and they aren't doing anything to help themselves. So I agree with you.
I know.
If I had to, get a take, I hear myself. I don't know why, AG. But if I had to take a take, I would say, I believe, unfortunately for the Eagles, and for me, like Jaden Daniels, just like you said, he's just like AMarie said, just like I said, just like you are pretty much saying yourself. Jaden Daniels is a very likable person. He's very poised, and people are going to want to play with him. And that's the scary part about the Washington Commanders, because not only on the offensive side, but I'm talking about on the defensive side. We're going to talk about a little later what free agents are available, what trades might happen in the future, for the NFL. Prior to the NFL draft and whatever the case may be. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting what the future unfolds. Maybe Myles Garrett goes to Washington. You think he's going to the Eagles?
I think he's coming to Philly. the Eagles have. I think Howie is gonna make a draft day trade for Miles Garrett. I think I think we'll get Miles Garrett, but I think we'll let like Josh Sweat walk, who's gonna be a free agent here.
Okay.
Um, he's gonna be a free. I don't see a scenario where we keep both, but I think I truly believe Howie's gonna go get Miles Garrett. I truly believe that.
Okay, but then what are we going to give up for him though? How much do we have to give up?
I don't know because if you look at what the Chargers gave up for Khalil Mack at
Hmm.
the at the height of his career, and
Interesting. That's a good
he
take.
was he was younger. He was
Hmm.
younger than him at that time.
But who's more? I think Miles Garrett is a more explosive and more crucial player to the defense.
Um, you gotta you.
That's
I don't.
arguable, I
I
guess.
think you're forgetting what
It's
Khalil
arguable.
Mack was to
Yeah,
Chicago.
yeah, it's arguable. Yeah,
Khalil Mack was very dominant in Chicago, and they didn't get a first, they didn't get a second, they didn't get a third, they didn't get none of that for Khalil Mack. Khalil
right.
Mack got traded for a fifth and a seventh, I think,
Hmm.
and they got back a six or something like that. It was some weird shit, but
Yeah,
like it was no first, it was no second, it was no third. If the Cleveland let Miles go for like that, Howie's definitely going.
oh, he's gonna jump on that. Howie's gonna
Howie,
jump on that. Anybody would. I mean,
I see a
I think we're gonna have to give
scenario.
away something though. We will have to give away something.
Listen. I see a scenario where if Cleveland's playing a little hardball, right? We know we have our franchise QB. If Cleveland's playing a little hardball, I say you give Bryce Huff, Tanner McKee, and like a fifth or a sixth. Because Tanner McKee, I think he's gonna have. I think he has like a high trade value right now,
Yeah,
especially teams that are looking for like even a second string QB or whatever. Like Tanner McKee showed he could ball.
right.
He showed he could ball. But I have the utmost confidence in Howie Roseman,
Excuse me.
and we've seen the draft day trades he's done. How he fleeces people all the time. I truly believe Howie will get Miles Garrett.
I
I
guess we're
thought
just
he
gonna
was
have to
gonna
wait and
get
see.
Miles Garrett at the deadline, and my boy was like, "There's no way Cleveland's gonna let Miles Garrett walk." I'm like,
Come
I'm
on,
like,
he's given so much to Cleveland. Like, come on, let him go.
eventually Miles Garrett is gonna be an Eagle. So
Let him
I
go. Just let him
truly
go.
believe he wants to win. I
Come
think
on.
he's an Eagle.
He's been there long enough. You know, he's given his entire career to the Browns,
Yeah,
and he deserves to get what he wants. You know, at this point in his career, he wants to win. He deserves it, man. If
he
anybody
deserves
deserves it, it's him.
he deserves to win.
You know, besides that one time when he hit Mason Rudolph with his helmet, but we're not gonna talk about that. Um, moving on, yo, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow won Comeback Player of the Year. In the beginning of the year, I had Joe Burrow to win Offensive Player of the Year. None of us really thought that Saquon Barkley was going to have the year that he had. I had Joe Burrow probably winning MVP or Offensive Player. But, you know, Comeback Player of the Year is good enough for me. Go ahead, AG. What you think about Joe Burrow winning comeback?
I I I just need clarity on what the fuck does Comeback Player of the Year mean, because like last year Joe Flacco won it. Okay, I understood that. Joe Flacco wasn't even in the league the year before that. And he dogged last year. But wh- I just don't understand how a top 5 QB can win
I
Comeback
mean, he
Player.
was injured last year.
So that's why he won it? Because like
He was injured. He missed more than half the season. I think those are the requirements in order to win Comeback Player of the Year. You have to miss like more than half the season, and yeah, I think that's the requirement.
okay, all right. I mean, if that's the requirement, then
If anybody in the chat knows what the requirement is, I don't feel like looking it up right now. So if
if
anybody in
that
the
if
chat knows,
that if that's the requirement, then kudos to him. He deserved it. I just don't see how a top 5 QB in the league can win Comeback Player of the Year. Like he's good every year. So I don't. I mean,
yeah,
but
I
I
mean,
but I guess. I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I can look it up for you. Let's see. Comeback Player of the Year requirements. Choir. I can't spell.
Damn, you can't spell.
The choir is imprecise. It is typically given to a player who overcomes the worst adversity to return play even a single snap of NFL football, such as not playing the previous season, injury, or for playing well in comparison to previous year's performances. So it's not necessarily a particular game threshold, but that's the requirement.
Okay. All right.
He did come back from injury.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But on the other hand of things, let's go ahead and ask the question. Let's go ahead and ask whether or not he deserved it. We'll get to the snubs and everything in a little bit later. But let's talk about the year that the Bengals had. I mean, they started off the year very slow, very sluggish. This all started off with Jamar Chase, not wanting to play at the beginning of the year because he wanted to reconstruct his contract, and that affected I would say, as my humble opinion, that in some way, shape, or form affected the chemistry in the locker room. But with that being said, they did get off to a slow start. Joe Burrow was there. I mean, he had a decent year. I would say Joe Burrow had a decent year nonetheless. But that said, will the Bengals bounce back after an underperforming season? They did try to make a run at the end of the year, but they still didn't make the playoffs. Like, how do the Bengals move on from here with Jamar Chase possibly being a free agent?
Nah, they're gonna. They're gonna lock that. Jamar Chase is gonna get locked up. I think what's gonna be even more shocking. I think they're gonna retain Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. They're gonna run it back. Joe Burrow already said he'll reconstruct his contract if it means keeping both
both of them
players. So which is a very, very, I hate to say this because I don't like him at all. But that's a very Brady-esque move. Like, I'm gonna take less money so I can keep my team.
Why don't you like? You say you don't like Brady? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't like Brady. I really feel like, to be honest, if Joe Burrow, what up, Vic? If Joe Burrow has 2 more wins, I think Joe Burrow's MVP. If Joe Burrow has 2 more wins and makes the playoffs, I think he's MVP. He had better numbers.
But I don't think making the playoffs would be good enough. I think that the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens both had significantly better records than the Bengals. And even if Fly Eagles Fly, baby, and even if they, I guess he's trolling. I bet. And even if they did end up making the playoffs, I don't think MVP was in the discussion, in my opinion. I think they would have given it to either Lamar Jackson or Josh. Look at the way the MVP votes happened. It was like 27-23. It was very close.
Bro, but I'm not even just talking about, like, I'm just saying 2 more wins. I think Joe Burrow would have been in the MVP conversation. Like, if you just look at the number, like, they weren't doing what he was doing. 5 straight games over 300 yards. Back to back.
And are we gonna sit here and we're gonna blame Joe Burrow for the terrible defense that the Chiefs that the Bengals had this year? We can't do that.
No.
They have a terrible. They have the worst secondary in the NFL.
I blame management for it's been years now, and they still haven't put.
I think the last time they had a decent secondary and a decent defense was back when Pac-Man Jones was on the team. That was a long time ago.
They haven't had a good defense. They had fucking Eli Apple running
even
in the
when they
Super
went
Bowl,
to the Super Bowl. I was gonna say, even when they went to the Super Bowl, their defense was like mediocre as hell.
Playing the main corner in the Super Bowl, like that's garbage.
Right,
Ex-Giant, burger.
Ex-Giant, by the way.
Another burger
for your Giants.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, like, they like, come on, draft somebody, do something. They gotta do something. They gotta do something.
I agree with you. But let's look at the other. Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
They got to do something on the defensive side.
They do. And I'm 100% with you on that. It doesn't make for good content, but we agree on some things. Let's look about the notable winners. The notable winners from last night as well. From the NFL award, we had Defensive Player of the Year Patrick Surtain II, Defensive Rookie of the Year Jared Verse. That's controversial. Assistant Coach of the Year Ben Johnson. He absolutely deserved it.
No, he did not. I don't agree with any of these awards.
Okay, let's go then, AG. Talk to me.
I don't agree with any of these awards.
Talk to me, AG. Go ahead. Who got snubbed and why?
First off, let's start with assistant coach.
Hold on, I'm gonna change some real quick so they can see everything. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Who got snubbed and why?
Let's start with assistant coach. Fangio took the Eagles was ranked almost dead last in almost every category in defense last year, and now they're first. The number one defense. How does Fangio not win? How does Fangio not win that?
I mean, there were two Eagles up for Defensive Rookie of the Year. You know, I can't help but to agree with you. I think that in some way it's, I don't want to say rigged, but I believe in some way they didn't want to give the Eagles too many awards, if that makes sense.
I think so too. I think they didn't want to give the Eagles too many awards, but it's bullshit. Because to be honest, like besides Saquon, right? I think Fangio deserved the second most recognition for the Eagles' success this year.
Yeah,
because he turned
That's a good take.
He turned that defense around completely. Like I don't like how does he not win that?
Yeah.
How does he not win that?
I mean, you're a little biased, but I'm looking at these players and I'm like, Patrick Surtain, really? Really?
I'm not even being biased. So like I'm okay. I'm okay with Defensive Player of the Year. Like I'm okay with it. Like I don't.
Not really. Not for Denver.
I don't understand.
I think it should be the best defensive player on the best defensive team, just like MVP.
Yeah, I mean,
come on, AG. Like, am I wrong with that?
A lot of people feel like Zach Bond got snubbed. A lot of people feel like Zach Bond.
I mean, yeah, he had a good year too.
I mean, I'm okay with Zach Bond not winning because I feel like that would have bumped up his tag. So I'm okay with him not winning.
True. From a personal standpoint,
I'm definitely not okay with Jared Verse winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. Like that is a snub completely.
I mean, and let's look at. I mean, did the Rams have really that great of a year? They got up to an extremely slow start. Yeah, they picked it up at the end, but their defense was mediocre at best at times.
My thing is Quinyon. He wasn't just one of the best rookie corners this year. He was one of the best corners this year.
Right.
He did not allow more than 40 yards to any player until the last week of the season.
Mm-hmm.
He shut down every top wide I don't think y'all understand that as a rookie, he was lining up against the top wide receiver on every team. That's unheard of. It's unheard of. Like, so for him to not win Defensive Rookie of the Year is absurd. Absurd. And I think he'll even be in the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
Player of the Year next year, yeah.
Because he's only going to get better.
As long as he stays healthy, God willing, I believe so too. I agree with you.
He's only going to get better.
Yeah, he's only going to get better.
I think he didn't win it because he didn't have interceptions. I think that's the only reason he didn't win. He didn't win this award this year because he didn't have interceptions in the regular season. But if you just look at his target rate, his how much yards he allowed, teams were not attacking Quinyon. Teams were not attacking at all. And he's shutting down every top wide receiver. Just look at all the top wide receivers when they went against Quinyon. Donuts.
Yeah.
10 yards.
He locked their ass up. I'm looking forward to what he does in the Super Bowl.
Guantanamo Bay.
Guantanamo Bay, you so bad. I fucks with it though. But hey, let's move on. Let's try to wrap this show up real quick. Let's try to get this done real quick. Let's do it. Let's start off with Super Bowl 59 predictions. Let's get the Super Bowl 59 prediction out the way. I mean, obviously, we're both Eagles fans, whether you want to accept my fandom or not. You know, I'm an Eagles fan. So we both know who we're picking. We both know that. Let's do some scores. Let's do some who's going to win the MVP and maybe some locks. I know you're not a gambling man no more. You left that in 24, but let's do some locks for them. Let's see what we come up with. So AG, if you had to right now, gun to your head, what's going to be the score for the Super Bowl?
I think like a 24-17.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I didn't hear that.
24-17, something like that.
24-17.
Yeah, something
that keeps us. I think that's right under the over under.
Something along those lines. I think.
I'm not good at math, so
something along those lines. That's still under it, but something along those lines. I think.
I don't know how. I was a math tutor.
I think there's gonna be a lot of field goals. I know Elliott's gonna miss one.
You think Bucker's gonna miss one?
I don't think Bucker's gonna miss one.
Nah, he doesn't miss.
Bucker doesn't miss. I don't think,
especially in the playoffs. I don't think he's ever missed in the playoffs.
I know Elliott's gonna miss one. I think.
Elliott's gonna miss one. They're inside. They're in a dome. There's no wind. There's none of that.
It doesn't matter. He's been terrible this year.
Come on, man.
He's been terrible this year.
Come on. He's old Jake. He's old Jakey.
Watch. I guaranteed you. The first time we score, Sirianni goes for 2.
Because he's an idiot. Fucking hate that guy.
Yo, Vic, you said you got a quick question. What's your question?
Go ahead, Vic. What's up? Talk to us. Yo, guys, hold on. While Vic is about to type in his question, guys, please, if you're on our YouTube channel, like the stream, like the live right now. If you are on the Facebook page, please like the stream, like the Facebook live stream, so that we can get the likes up. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. It helps us. It goes a long way. So please, guys, we appreciate you all for liking and subscribing. But go ahead, Vic. What you talking about? Go ahead. Read the question, AG.
Do y'all really think the Eagles is gonna win it, or y'all just saying that because that's y'all team? Tell the truth.
Oh, okay. Let me say something before AG jumps in, because I want to talk for AG real quick. That's my dog. That's my day one. This motherfucker's delusional. All right. He don't care about what the truth is when it comes to his teams or his players or whatever the fuck it is. So he really truly believes the Eagles are going to win, regardless of whether or not it is, regardless of what anybody says. So that's what I'm going to say about AG, but I'm going to let AG go ahead. I'm gonna let AG go ahead and answer his question now. Answer your question now real quick.
First off, that's bullshit. That's one.
No, it ain't. But go ahead.
Because when the Eagles suck, I'd be like, the Eagles suck right now, and they're not doing anything. Like even last year, if you ask anybody that had conversations with me all year, I said we're not good. Like I don't think you realize, like, we're barely winning games. This eventually is going to break down. We're barely winning games. It's not good. It's ugly. The offense is ugly. Nothing about this is pretty. So I'm not a delusional fan, right?
Arguable. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. I'm being very humble this year. I'm being very
You
humble
have to be.
this year. I'm being very humble this year.
You learned something new. I'm proud of you, buddy.
I'm being very humble this year. I do feel like this is the best Eagles team I've seen.
Just nigga.
I do feel like this is the best Eagles team I've seen since.
Yo, I know, right, Big? That's what I'm saying, dog. Like,
what are you bro? I've been an Eagle fan longer than you. Like this is one of
That's not
the
me,
best
but-
Eagles. This is one of the best Eagles teams I've ever seen. This is one of them. Easily top 3 best Eagles teams I've ever seen. Now, with that being said,
Yo, I love
with
Vic,
that
bro.
being
Vic is
said,
hilarious, dog.
with that being said, Vic
Go ahead, AG.
Vic just mad because he's a Cleveland Brown fan. That's why he mad.
But he's loyal though.
That's why he mad. But
go ahead, answer the question because I want to get my take in too.
I want the.
Do you
Eagles
really
to
think they're gonna win? Do you really truly, in the bottom of your heart, think that?
There's something there's that little voice in the back of my head that's saying that the NFL wants to make Patrick Mahomes the next guy fully.
Okay.
And if Patrick Mahomes three-peats, he's the next guy. Like that's it. Like he's it.
Yeah.
He's it. So
yeah.
So I'm really nervous about that. But then to play devil's advocate, I also think, and I think I was having this conversation with you, and I also was wondering, like the same situation with like Kobe, like would the NBA ever let there be like a better player than Jordan? Like and that's what I kind of was thinking about the NFL too. Like, do they want Patrick Mahomes to like surpass Brady? Right? Like do they want Mahomes to dethrone Brady as the GOAT? So I've been thinking about that as well. But I truly believe we have the better team. I truly believe we have the better team. I truly believe that if we lose on Sunday, it's not because of us. It's because of the refs. I truly believe that. I really do.
I respect it. And let me go ahead and jump in. I'm gonna take my glasses off to this one. A lot of things to unpack with that question. Chiefs for the win. That's crazy. And not if, when he said that's crazy. If I had to answer Vic's question, do I really think the Eagles are going to win? Am I just saying it from the heart? Listen, AG said something that's really it's meaningful. What he said. I sincerely believe, and this hurts me to say to a certain extent, I agree with AG. The Eagles, no. I'm being funny a little bit, but I'm being real though because I'm being funny, but I'm being real though. Like, I sincerely believe that this is the best Eagles team that I've seen since I became an Eagles fan, and I became an Eagles fan
very late. I would definitely. This is one of the better ones.
Michael Vick was an Eagle, like right before Michael Vick became an Eagle, and I think this team is better than the Super Bowl champion Eagles. I think this team is better than the Eagles team that lost to the Chiefs the last time. So I sincerely believe that this Eagles team is the best Eagles team that I've seen since I've started liking the Eagles, since I became a fan.
Did you just say you became a fan before Michael Vick?
Well, when he got out of jail, when he got out of jail,
bullshit. But continue.
When he got out of jail, and I heard Andy Reid was having talks with him and all that stuff. Yes, I did, a little bit. I was like, a little bit, but I didn't officially become a fan until obviously, he was on the Eagles. So I'm just gonna be real. But with that being said, this Chiefs team has been very right, exactly. But I agree with AG with that, Vic. I can't even lie. The refs do play a role, especially when the Chiefs are involved. But I do believe that the Eagles, the Chiefs have underachieved all year. I was looking at the stats earlier this week, and it showed that the point differential that the Chiefs had all year was like a plus 68, and they were like one of the best teams in the league in comparison to like a Baltimore Ravens team that had a point differential of plus 200, an Eagles team that had a point differential of plus 250 plus. It's just like they've underachieved all year. Did they keep it close for whatever reason? Like, who really cares? But at the same time, the best team in the league all year has been the Eagles. It's not even a question. Am I scared is the question. And do I really think they're going to win is the question. Few things to say. Pat Riley did give the NFL permission to use the term three-peat. Something to think about. Pat Riley does own the trademark for three-peat. He did give the NFL permission to use the term three-peat throughout the Super Bowl and for them to use it if the Chiefs win. Something to think about. You know, if you really want to get into conspiracies and stuff like that, the refs are going to play a role. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. You know, obviously there's a lot of things to think about, a lot of things to unpack. But if I had to be real, yes, I do really believe that the Eagles are going to win. And I'm not just saying that. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to drop like a buck on it. I'm going to drop a solid buck on it. And I stopped gambling a few weeks ago, but I'm going to put some money on it. And it's just, I sincerely believe that, with all due respect to anybody who's betting on the Chiefs, with all my biased opinions to the side, I sincerely believe that. Go ahead, AG. You look like you want to say something.
Nah, I just really don't want Eagle money.
You said what?
I really don't want Eagle fans to put money on the Eagles. Like, I just feel like it's bad luck. But
yeah, but I'm not an Eagles fan, right?
That's what that. Yeah, I mean,
yeah. So there you go.
You can put money.
Yeah, so I can do it. Right?
Yeah, you could do it.
I fucking hate you, though. Go ahead. Go ahead, man. Yeah, I mean, if you're superstitious and stuff like that, then you know, whatever, you know. But I'm gonna do it.
No, but I think, like I said, I think this is gonna be a good game. There's not gonna be no weather factors or anything like that. They did. I think I did see a stat that said Mahomes is under in a dome.
Who cares?
You know, yeah. You know, they're always gonna throw. Like
one thing I did see, and I told you earlier. I don't know if you actually confirmed what I showed you, that the Eagles players are getting sick.
I still didn't see that, my guy.
Yeah, I saw it on Sports Illustrated. Sports Illustrated reported earlier off of one of their verified pages that there is like flu-like symptoms surrounding the Eagles team. And that's, you know, the fact that the Kansas City Chiefs are using chemical warfare to try to win this game is not surprising at all.
Listen, I've been on every Eagles page all day, and I haven't seen any of that. So
you haven't really, you know, dig a little deeper, try harder.
No, I'm on actually every Eagles page. So.
But okay, so if I had to, would you say your score prediction was going to be 27 what?
I said I think like 24-17 or something like that.
24-17. Okay, 24-17. If I had to take a guess, not much different than you, I would say 24-10. I'm going to go 24-10 exact score. Or 20, no, I would go 24. I would go 24-13 exact score. Because we don't want to make it close enough for Patrick Mahomes to have a shot to win. Because good Lord, we can't have that happen. But it's not going to be a blowout. So I will go ahead and put my money on it, and I would say 24-13 Eagles for the win.
Yo,
you and
AMarie really making me nervous. Like, cause I just feel like I know our defense is good.
The defense is good.
I know.
I think we got them.
It's still Patrick Mahomes. But I will say this. This defensive team is way better than the last defensive team that played Patrick Mahomes.
No, it didn't. No, I'm saying like in all facets of the game, I think this Eagles team is the best Eagles team that I can remember in recent past. I sincerely believe that.
No, it is. And
I respect your opinion, Vic. I respect it.
And I think I don't know if people know this. Not even sure if you know this, but the last time the Eagles played, a lot of the defensive schemes was Fangio. They brought Fangio in to consult for the Super Bowl, because they actually thought they was going to hire Fangio for the defensive role that year. But he ended up getting hired by Miami before everything was all done, where they could actually give him an offer. So I think Fangio also learned a lot from that Super Bowl, and what worked and what didn't work. So I think Fangio is going to throw stuff at Patrick Mahomes, and yeah.
I think it will be a defensive game. I think everybody's thinking Patrick Mahomes, Saquon Barkley, high scoring game. I think we're going under.
I will say this though. I will say this. I do think Saquon's going to be the difference maker in this game.
You said say that again because you mumbled a little bit. Say that one more
I
time.
think Saquon is going to be the difference maker in this game because, like, even the year we went to the Super Bowl, we had a great running offense, but they were no Saquon. And then when it came to the Super Bowl, they were non-existent. So it all fell on Jalen Hurts to basically have to outdo and outplay Mahomes because the defense wasn't doing nothing and the run game wasn't doing nothing. I don't think that's going to be the case here. Our defense got better. Our running back is better. So it's going to be a good game. It's going to be. I think it's going to be a great Super Bowl. I think it's going to be a great Super Bowl.
I really hope it's not close. I really hope that it doesn't come down to like the last drive because I don't want Patrick Mahomes to have the ball. I don't want that kind of anxiety. But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and try to predict.
I don't want it to come down. I don't want it to come down to the last drive, and I don't give a fuck if someone breaks their leg. James Bradbury better never touch that field on Sunday. James Bradbury better never touch that field on Sunday.
Hey, so if you had to be, if you, who do you think coming out of this game is going to win Super Bowl MVP? Easy pick because we've Saquon, but
I think it's gonna be Hurts. I think Hurts is gonna prove something on Sunday. I think.
I like that. I'm going Saquon, but I like that one. I like that.
I know Saquon's gonna eat, but I think when it comes down to it, I think Hurts is gonna have to win the game.
If for some reason the Chiefs win is going to be Patrick, that's not going to happen. No, I think Hurts is a good choice. I think if he does have a decent game and he does come out there and prove something, that's going to be a lot for the Eagles' future and what's to come and the confidence they're going to have in their quarterback and their franchise quarterback, especially surrounding all the controversy that happened earlier in the year in regards to the passing game. I think that would be good for Hurts, but I sincerely think that Saquon not winning the MVP, the end of the regular season MVP, I think he's going to come out on his birthday, show out, and he's going to release that dog. He's going to release that dog in him. I think
it is his birthday. He is going to show out. He is going to show out. It is his birthday. It's his birthday, and it's the Gene's birthday. So I'm hoping for a pick from people. Let's turn over.
I can't hear you.
Really?
Yeah, like adjust your mic. I don't know what the fuck.
I don't.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It is Saquon's birthday. It is the Gene's birthday. So I'm hoping for a coup interception. Hoping for some turnovers. Hoping we could at least get 2 turnovers. If we could get at least 2 turnovers, I'll be highly confident on the win. But yeah, I just like I said, I'm just trying to. I'm not trying to say too much this year when it comes to the Super Bowl because I don't.
Nervous. It's all right to say you're nervous.
Yeah, I'm really scared for the refs. I'm really scared. Like I watched the Chiefs the whole playoffs, and I was just like, yo, like they could have lost. Could have lost a lot of these. They could have lost.
So I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and move on. We're gonna talk about. I'm gonna give you my GJ's Super Bowl locks. I'm gonna tell you what I've already bet on. So this is what I bet on. These are my locks for the Super Bowl. These are locks. These aren't like what I think might happen. I'm talking about. I put $50 on this. Like this is what I really believe is gonna happen. I think the Eagles are gonna win. I think it's gonna be an under. I think Jalen Hurts will throw for 175 plus. I think Patrick Mahomes will throw. I know Patrick Mahomes will throw for 175 plus. Saquon over 50. And both Jalen and Patrick to throw for 1 touchdown. Those are my locks. Lock it in. It's gonna happen.
I would say Saquon is gonna have over 80. I have him for. I think he's gonna end up being like a buck 30 or a buck 40.
You gotta adjust that mic, Papa.
I said I have Saquon for over 80.
Yeah,
over 80.
I hear that, but after that, just move your. I don't know if it's the wire. That looked weird. No Diddy.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what that was.
My bad, yo. Damn.
But I think for a fact, Jalen Hurts will get a touchdown. Yeah, I don't think he's only going to get a passing touchdown.
He might get a rushing. Yeah.
He will get the tush push. He will get the tush push touchdown. So you can go passing touchdown or anytime touchdown. Jalen Hurts is going to get a touchdown. That's a fact. Jalen Hurts is going to get a touchdown. And I think Smitty gonna have a good game.
You think you believe in Smitty?
Yeah, he's from over there, like, so I think he might show out. And this is actually a big game for Smitty too. He'll go down in the records book for winning a national championship, winning the Heisman, and potentially winning the Super Bowl. So I see Smitty having a good game. Dallas Goedert is definitely going to get over 3 receptions. I doubt it's even that low for Goddard. I don't bet, so I don't know what the lowest you could put for Goddard, but he's definitely gonna have 3 receptions for a fact. But yeah, I like your picks.
Goddard, I think Goddard, I think the lowest you could put is 2
receptions. You have to put a lot of money. The what you said, you definitely have to put a lot of money on that because
I dropped 50. 50's gonna get me 175. So
yeah, I mean. It's not gonna take you off the hood, but it's a good it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Some people looking for the slip to get them out the hood.
Yeah, my boy put $100 that it's gonna go into overtime. He could win $900. It was plus 900.
Oh, yeah. To go to overtime.
Overtime, yeah. My boy did that. Yeah. Something to think about.
That is something.
It was plus 900. It's gone down now. I can look at the odds real quick and tell you. It's gone down now, I'm sure. Let me see. A few more bets. It should be down here at the bottom. It's dropped. Well, no, it just dropped to plus 800. It just dropped to just 100. So still good. Still good odds.
Okay.
Drop 200, you get 1,600 back. Keep betting on that because I don't want the game to go to overtime. So keep betting on that. Keep doing that.
I don't want the game to go to overtime.
Keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? So we can get out of here. Anyway, we're running out of time. It is 1:22. We want to go ahead. We can talk about the NFL draft next time, all right, AG?
Yeah.
All right, but I want to say thank you to everybody that showed up today. We appreciate y'all. Let me go ahead and give the shout outs. What shout out to do? Everybody that decided to get in the chat today, you already know I get the shout outs. Mikey, we appreciate you for showing up. Mikey, I appreciate you. Mike, you already know what time it is. Dennis Schroeder, baby. MVP Dennis Schroeder. I see you, boy. It is on these. You know what time it is. Mendez, Giants fan. I pray for you, my brother. I pray for you. Vic, it's always fun when you come into the chat because you're always speaking that true knowledge, man. We appreciate you for real.
Fuck that, nigga.
But that's crazy. Yo, with that being said, AG, who knows best, man?
Yo, we do. And like, subscribe. Whether the Eagles win or not, we will be having our post Super Bowl episode. But if the Eagles win,
if the Eagles win and we go on here, it's not going to be fun, bro. It's not going to be fun. We're just going to be yelling and screaming.
It's going to be belligerent.
We're going to have people it's going to I want to pull all the Giants fans into the chat. I want everybody to see Saquon lift up the MVP. I want to see a whole bunch of, belligerent is the right word. I like that word. You might need your heady for that one.
It's gonna look like a locker room on the podcast. I'll be pouring beer on that shit. They got wild.
We might just go live right after the Super Bowl if they won. Just to, let's not do that though. We're staying humble.
I'm going to the club if the Eagles win. I'm going out.
Good for you. I gotta stay home, man. I'm trying to stay sober. Hey, listen, stay humble. Let's make it to Sunday, and let's make sure that let's just hope and pray that God, you know what I'm saying? Let's do what we got to do. But listen, thank you all for coming. We appreciate y'all. Yeah.
Fuck the cheese. Yeah.
Fuck the cheese.